Flavor Flav. Ooh, we are cooking from the cookbook, a little comfort food, beef tips and gravy. This is such an easy recipe. I'm gonna do it in the Ninja Foodi tonight so you can see everything I'm doing. I'm just gonna take a little bit of flour, put it down on my plate. It's got some beef round chunks, just some stew meat. We're gonna salt and pepper this twice. We're gonna do it first time with just our meat, and then we've got our salt and pepper and our spices that will go in our mixture. Don't be shy. That seasoning is the most important part. It's what makes everything taste good. Let's cut them in salt and pepper, and really don't hold back. To get my Ninja Foodi going, I'm gonna do the saute and sear component, which is the second one down, on high. Start. Okay, now let's mix all of this with our flour. Let's get a little coating on it. And we're probably gonna do this in 2 batches because you want it to get that deep brown color. You don't want it to be overcrowded and start steaming. You wanna get a good sear and a good crust on those. And then we'll deglaze later, but that's what is gonna give us that deep brown flavor, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, let's get a little bit of oil. I only have olive oil, so I'm gonna do a tiny bit of olive oil with a little bit of butter. All right, while that first batch is cooking, let's get our veggies ready. I love this full star chopper. It makes my life convenient. So we've got 2 bell peppers and 1 onion. All right, and that took me less than a minute to prep my veggies. And then once you get the crust on it, you wanna remove it either with tongs or a slotted spoon. See, it's got that beautiful crust on it. Let's go in with our onion and bell peppers. And do a couple spoonfuls of some garlic from the jar. When you can smell it, move on to the next step. But wait for that smell to hit. And then you want to throw in like a tablespoon or 2 of flour. And we want to stir that and let it cook down and get that raw flour taste out. Put that in our spices. So we've got a teaspoon each of onion and garlic powder and all-purpose seasoning, salt and pepper, and 2 sprigs of fresh thyme from my garden. Let those get nice and roasty toasty. Typically I would use 2.5 to 3 cups of beef broth. I don't have any, so we're going in with some chicken broth. We're ready to put our beef back in and the juices. That's the most important part. We want the brown bits in the bottom. We want all the juices. Our little beef tips need to get to 145 degrees and we are good to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch this over to the slow cooker method and put it on high and let that roll like that. And then I will be everybody's favorite aunt at dinner tonight.